Hi, it's Dan Zivetz again, and this is part two of my tutorial on how to use Windows 8 and Windows 8.1 file history. My first attempt using Google Hangouts on Air wasn't successful. For some reason, the screen share feature doesn't share everything I wanted to share, so I'm using this Microsoft Expression Encoder 4, which is free software I got from the Microsoft and Santa Monica College partnership. So here you'll see, this is my desktop. You see my desktop, which is a mess, I admit. What I couldn't do in the last video, but which I'm going to show you how to do now, is to open file history, I can hit the Windows key on the keyboard and type in file history. And using the Windows search feature in Windows 8.1, which searches everywhere, it's an incredible tool, and file history comes right up instead of having to go to the control panel. I could go to the control panel, but this seems a little easier. And here you see that my file history is turned on, and it's been backing up for a number of years now. My advanced settings, I have every hour, which is the default to save a copy, 5% disk cache on the drive, and it's actually an internal drive in my desktop. And it keeps save versions back 6 months, from 6 months ago up until the present. And these other settings, home group, I don't usually deal with, because I'm pretty much the only, if you have other Windows 7, Windows 8 computers in your network, home group is a network share feature. And this will show you the event log if you ever wanted to look at the event log. And it's a snap-on, and it's just a log with information on a record of what's been happening. It's sort of complex to understand, but it's there for you. Back to this screen, I can go back to the main file history screen, and you'll see down at the bottom the system image backup there, which is available to do a complete snapshot of your hard drive into a file on an external source, which is very handy if your hard drive completely dies and you don't want to reinstall the operating system or the programs and the files. You have your system image, and you can restore the system image. There are plenty of third-party programs that do this. I like Acronis True Image 2015, which is one I use quite often. But anyway, to restore a file, you click on the Restore Personal Files, and this is the directory of all the files it's made copies of, and it's starting May 3rd, which is today. You can go back in time to earlier today, even back further to days 6 months into the past. So say I was on May 2nd and I wanted to look into my OneDrive library, which is a library I created again. I did it in the first video, which is the live OneDrive files. And if I open it up, and this is how it's structured, documents, I have a CIS 70 folder with my schoolwork. And so I wanted to look in my Google Plus folder and into my third-party tools. I think this is a text document I created with my password to create a unique address for my Google Plus, so I can always log into it automatically because I have another Google Plus account. But anyway, if I wanted to, let me try another file. This doesn't seem to have a backup. If you want to keep going back into the directory, hit the back button until you get to home. And then if I looked in my documents library and I went back to say May 1st, and I looked in my 2004 Prius folder, I have a TIFF from the DMV, which is a copy of my carpal lane stickers. So if I wanted to restore this, I can right-click it, I can preview it, it'll give me a nice preview of it, and if I wanted to restore it, I can restore to the original location, or I can restore to, which would, I can put it anywhere on my hard drive, maybe put it on my desktop, create a new folder for name the folder. Um, um, Restored folder. I guess you have to name it later, but I would name it restored files from file history, and then I have a copy of the current version and a version from April 24th. In case I had messed up the file, I had deleted things or opened it in Photoshop and destroyed it, and I wanted the original copy or a copy from that date, April. I can go back further if I like. So that's how to restore, bring you back to home, and May 2nd we can go forward to the current date. And then I can just close this. And that's pretty much how it's done through here, Control Panel and File History. Now, if you wanted to turn off File History, there's a turn off button right there. When you come back, turn it on and off. If you wanted to do it from your directory, your Windows Explorer, if you right-click the Start button to go File Explorer, you'll see your directory Windows Explorer on the left. And so say you wanted to go into your documents and restore this this Abe Books file, a folder. If you highlight it and click on Home, you'll see a History tab, and there you see the same window. You can go back and restore this. Right-click it, restore to the original location. I believe with Windows 10, they're including a Properties tab. So if you right-click any file and go to Properties, there should be a tab called Previous Version to get into file history. It's that simple. So again, I'm Dan Zivetz from West LA Computer Fix and West LA Computer Expert. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something about file history, and which will overall enhance your experience of Windows 8 and Windows 8.1. So I'll see you next time. Bye.